So, I mean, I don't know what your parenting is like.
And you don't think think boys can have babies?
You mean males?
Yes.
Yes.
You think you think males can have babies?
Yes.
Yes. Oh my God.
What? Hey guys, welcome back to Normal Gays, where we take on LGBT insanity. I'm Brad Polumbo here with Clarkson Lawson.
What's up, guys? Now, as you know, before we get started, this week we are doing a members-only video, and we are going to be reviewing your favorite character, Blossom's documentary.
They made a documentary.
I don't know how long ago.
About
when
her
was this?
A while ago.
But I didn't know that she's been like in the game, kind of like Jeffrey Marsh, who we
for a
also
long
did
time.
Something on. Yeah, she's been doing this for a while.
And so we were going to watch that, but only for our members.
Yeah.
Now for everybody, for this video, we're going to watch an absolutely insane television clip featuring a gender doctor from the UK who just came to the US being interviewed by a British journalist for GB News. And she argues that he should tell his 2-year-old son that he can get pregnant.
Deport.
I don't know. Maybe I'm misquoting.
I haven't even seen it. I don't know what he plans for these episodes. I just show up, and my mental health is deteriorating. Let's watch.
Maybe I'm misquoting her. Let's let her speak for herself here.
My 2-year-old son came up to me the other day. I went back home to the UK, and he said, "Daddy, I'm going to have a baby." And I said, "Zach, you can't have a baby because you're a boy. You're a man. You can't have babies." And he said, "Well, I'm going to be a girl. I want to be a girl." What would you have said to him if you were me?
Well, I wouldn't have said, Zach, you're a boy and boys can't have babies, because that's absolutely not true.
I knew exactly where that was going.
This is a doctor who no longer has a license in the UK. But
it got taken away?
I think...
Is the world
defamation.
Is the world correcting itself?
I don't think it got taken away. I think she allowed it to lapse out of fear. This is my theory, that she knew they were going to take it away, but it lapsed. So she no longer has a license. But she just came to the US to operate her website where kids can sign up to get hormones sent to them with like minimal screening or something. And here she is saying, don't tell your son that he's a boy and boys can't have babies.
This is an argument for like universal health care, I think.
Why?
Because she's moving to America, the place where we pay a shit ton of money for health care to capitalize off of children taking.
Or because she just got chased out of the UK and they banned it.
And they banned it.
So
yeah.
I think it's more an argument for reopening the institutions. I actually, no, low-key, Trump is like deporting people because they said something about Israel. Deport this bitch!
I would be okay if she got deported. Honestly,
get her out!
Like I said in like last week, I'm starting to become a dictator.
Yeah.
I don't care anymore about checks and balances as
I do.
She make me president.
No, we still
care.
care.
Make me leader.
We still care about checks and balances, but
John Clark.
She's coming here to exploit vulnerable children. Deport.
Deport, silence, take away her phone, make her work in a rice field. I don't know. That's what I would do.
All right, let's keep watching.
So, I mean, I don't know what your parenting is like.
And you don't think think boys can have babies?
You mean males?
Yes.
Yes.
You think you think males can have babies?
Yes.
Yes. Oh my God.
What?
This is literally like we used to call this schizophrenia.
Oh, hitting a little close to home for you there.
Yeah. She looks just like my mom too.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
But so her argument is that, well, I guess Jill's about to explain it, but she says like, well, trans males are male, so they can have babies. But it's like, no, they're not male, they're female. That's the point. They're trans men, so they're female. She conflates sex and gender as if they're totally the same thing, which is funny because they started out by telling us that they weren't the same thing.
Right.
And now they're suddenly, which a lot of them do this now, they just treat them as totally indistinguishable.
She knows that this is like, she knows she's playing mind games. Like you can see it on her face. She's got like she's overly policing everything that he says.
Mm-hmm.
She knows. She knows.
Yeah, I think, I mean, I appreciate interviews like this because they expose people, and he's very aggressive with her. I watched the full 15-minute interview. However, the flip side is that people like this do use them as essentially marketing. I can go on there, I can go viral for being crazy, and X number of people will go sign up to my website and see it, and I'll make money. So, I mean, but the flip side is like this could easily make its way to Trump's desk and he actually deports her.
She's like the Bonnie Blue of genderism. She's just doing.
Why are you going to insult Bonnie Blue like that?
Well, because she's doing rage bait marketing.
Yes. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
but
I would never insult Bonnie Blue. That's
at
my
least
soulmate.
Bonnie Blue waits till they're 18 days and 1 minute old, 18 years and 1 minute old before exploiting them.
And when she went to another country where it was 16, she still only chose 18.
I think she probably just knew what blowback she would get.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
I don't know. Bonnie's not our topic of conversation today.
But it somehow always seems to come up. Let's
She's
keep
on my
listening.
mind forever. Okay.
Ew.
Right.
I mean, do you want me to explain?
Yes, please. Yeah.
So transgender males have a womb, a uterus, and ovaries. Okay, so they were born, if you like, female, and but they actually identify as male. So we refer to them as males. They have ovaries, a womb, a uterus, a vagina, and that means you can carry a baby.
Transgender males being women.
Well, that's extremely disrespectful to transgender males. I don't.
Well, they are women, aren't they?
Good.
He gives no Fs.
It's always like she's not even trans. Why is she on here with a platform?
Well, she's the gender doctor who makes money off the prescriptions.
She's the one who we react to these videos where they're like, yeah, I've been on estrogen for however many months and I'm not even trans. I'm non-binary. Yep. She's the one who prescribes.
It's people like this who facilitate prescriptions when they're really not appropriate. And in fact, her clinic in the UK was involved in a bunch of scandals where people alleged that they were helping facilitate hormones for kids who had not been verified. Some of them even got sick, allegedly. But it is funny how we're just like, oh, because they're women.
Yeah, I mean, this is the type of response you should give to these people.
Right. Well, but because the problem is that the way she's framing it is an anti-reality framework. If you were to say a trans man is a biological female who identifies as a man or wants to be perceived as a man, that's one thing. But once you start saying they are literally male, then you've just lost touch with reality.
Yeah, she just literally explained that they're born female.
And then she's like, but they identify as me.
So and I'm like, who's we, bitch? She's like, so we call them that. What are you talking? We don't have to buy into this. Now, I use the correct pronouns for people just because I don't want to be disrespectful, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to reject the reality of what's going on, and neither do trans people.
Also, when she says it's disrespectful to say that trans men are women, it's a fact. Now, I would agree more that it's disrespectful if you're saying it too
intentionally doing
Yeah, like if you're talking to you meet a trans man at dinner and you just go with friends, you go, "Oh, you're a woman.
Yeah,
you have ovaries."
I would say that's disrespectful.
It's confrontational. It's unnecessary. But here, it's not like they're even talking to or about a specific person. They're talking about abstract,
and it's the truth.
And she's like, "That's so disrespectful."
Yeah, if the truth is disrespectful, then I think you need to reevaluate your life
Then the
choices.
problem is your sensibilities, not the facts that people are saying.
Aren't they? They're biological women.
They are males.
Well, if they're males...
What do you mean by biological women?
Well, hang on a minute. If they're males, why do you call them transgender males? Why put transgender in the...
Transgender is an adjective.
Right, but if they just call them males then, why do you call them transgender males?
No problem at all.
So you're changing that now?
No, I'm not changing that. You said, can males have babies? And I said, yes, males can have babies.
Well, all over your website, you refer to transgender women, transgender males. If these people are genuinely male and female, why do you call them transgender?
Well, why do we use adjectives for anything? If you're clarifying, if you're teaching somebody like I'm teaching you now,
the moral... It's like when they get on there like, we're educating you.
For free.
I'm like, oh my God, get off your moral high horse. You're speaking gibberish.
No, she's educating him, Clarkson, that males can get pregnant.
Like I'm educating you now. Educating him on what?
Delulu?
If I could get pregnant, I totally would. But unfortunately, I can't. So,
okay.
I'm going to go with the fact that men can't get pregnant.
Now, you need to clarify, and there you go.
So instead of, so this is interesting. So instead of telling my 2-year-old son, as I did, Zach, you can't have kids, you're a boy.
I think that's sad.
You think that's sad?
I do. I think, you know, if my son...
Do you know what it did? Do you know what it did? He said, oh, OK, Daddy, that's fine. And the next day he said, Daddy, I'm Spider-Man. Would you want me to entertain that conversation and say, well, Zach, maybe you are Spider-Man?
What do you say? Oh, God, no, not Spider-Man. Oh, God, Zach, you can't be a girl. God, Zach, you can't be Spider-Man. Or can't we just let children explore? 2 is an amazing age to explore. Why aren't we letting our children explore? I actually feel sorry for Zach right now.
Oh, well, sorry. OK, well, I don't, because Zach has never mentioned becoming a girl again.
That's crazy to say you feel sorry for a man's child because he told him the truth.
I know. You don't let him pretend that he thinks he's not.
Well, yeah, we don't let our kids pretend like their arm is off and then take them to the doctor to chop it off.
I would love to have her. Oh, okay. Mommy, Daddy, I'm black. Okay, we'll paint your face black. Let's see how she feels about that.
A child's creativity has limits.
Right. I mean, I agree. It's okay to play pretend, but the child has to know that you're playing pretend.
Yeah, I used to pretend like I was a girl too when I was young.
Yeah, I mean,
never did my mom say, oh, time to put you on some puberty blockers.
No, exactly. Yeah. I would, if you have a little boy and they want to have a tea party with dolls, they want to play with makeup or whatever, I think that's probably fine to do in certain ways, but don't tell them they're a girl if they're not. And the other thing is, she's like, well, let them explore. No, you set firm boundaries and reconnect them with reality. And then there will be a tiny, tiny, tiny percentage of the population who from a very young age is like, no, I know I'm a girl. I know. And they'll just keep bringing it up. And you don't have to affirm it or coax it out of them. And then you might actually have the rare case of somebody with gender dysphoria. If your child
genuinely has dysphoria, affirming it in one instance is not going to make a difference, or not affirming it in one instance in this case.
Yeah, and what you're really going to do is help the 99% of people that don't not have to go through the struggles and challenges that come with that. And
with
it's
that
just
type of confusion. Like, I'm sorry, you want your child to grow up thinking that men can get pregnant.
I don't know how this person was allowed to enter the U.S. and set up business here. Like, they're too busy screening people's social media posts about Israel and not focus on the real threats.
Focus on the wrong things. Yeah, is she on an H-1B visa? Probably.
Maybe something else. I don't know. It gets complicated, but I think she is absolutely crazy, doing so much harm. And this interview is absolutely bonkers. At one point in it, he asks her, so if you had a patient with anorexia, would you prescribe liposuction?
Right.
And she's like, that's a ridiculous question. She refuses to even dignify that with a response.
It's a valid comparison.
It is. And if it's such a stupid question, as she said over and over again, explain why. And she wouldn't.
Yeah. Yikes.
Now, yeah.
I mean, I do think the difference there is that like going through surgeries to look like the opposite sex isn't necessarily life-threatening.
Right.
Whereas
I agree.
Affirming anorexia would be, but it comes from the same like moral compass, as in you're validating something that isn't true and using medicine to.
I actually agree there is a distinction to be drawn.
Yeah.
And that's why I think it's okay for an adult to get gender transition surgery, because I agree with you. It's not the same thing. But I was bothered by how she acted like it was such an outrageous thing to even say, that she wouldn't dignify it with a response. And I think actually she has no coherent explanation for why that wouldn't be okay using her logic, which is just affirm anything.
Well, it seems like she hasn't come in contact with like actual debate.
But the crazy thing is she does this.
And they just sit on this like moral high ground and don't actually debate like logically.
She does this kind of thing somewhat regularly. She goes on talk shows and debates and gets yelled at by hosts and what have you. I guess as like you're saying.
She's swindling.
Outrage marketing.
She's swindling. She's doing it. She knows that there's some young, confused teenagers and young, confused young adults
who will see this, that will go to her website and they will sign up. They pay her £29 a month or whatever just to be a member of the website. It's quite. He talked about that. He said like you're profiteering off of vulnerable people, and at one point he brought up the fact that so many of them are autistic, and she says, "Why do you assume that autistic people are inherently vulnerable?" And I'm like,
because they're autistic.
Because they are? And like, what? That doesn't mean they're bad.
Oh my God. This is unbearable.
She's really awful. But you guys let us know what you think of this lovely woman in the comments below. Make sure you're subscribed if you aren't yet. Hit the like button while you're at it and become a channel member to watch us watch a documentary about Miss Blossom.
Goodbye.
All right. We'll be back with more Normal Gays real soon.